Well, this is the test firing of the water distiller made from an old pressure cooker. And Fred Burkert replaced the cap for me with, or the opening with a special fitting. And then I led some 10 foot of copper tube into a pot of cold water. And it doesn't matter if the water is clean or dirty, nor does the water in the pot have to be clean because it's distilled. It leaves all the impurities behind. So it goes into this cold water, and it doesn't matter that the copper tube touches itself or how it's wound. This is probably the most economical way. And then, whoop, when the fire gets hot and boils the water in this pot, the water turns to steam, and the pressure forces it along the copper tube into the cooling condenser, which is just another pot. It's an aluminum pot, and it collects down below. Let's see if I can move this tripod without shaking too much. Maybe you can see it. I don't know if it's starting to drip. Yeah, it has to be starting to drip because there's water in there. I'll go down and shake it a little bit. I don't know if you can see the water. Yeah, there, just drop just came out. So the fire isn't very hot yet, but it is effectively working. And if you want to check periodically with this, it's warm now, but it's not hot. But this is hot. Don't touch anything that's not in the water. This is probably cool. Yeah, that's cool. But this upper part here is going to be hot. So you may want to periodically change the water in this black aluminum pot. If the colder it is, of course, the quicker it condenses. But I would recommend that you set this thing up in the wintertime when you need a fire anyhow, and save your water in those plastic bottles that I get from Winco. If you use it in the summertime, of course, you're going to have a hot house, and that's no fun. So this is probably the best way to do it is inside, so that you get the maximum efficiency. Oh, there's one little problem with this. Maybe that's why it's coming out so slowly. This is a safety valve. You see this little, am I pointing to it? Yeah, that little black cap. I saw some water or condensation sneaking out there. It seems to have slowed down. Maybe it just needed to get warm. Anyhow, that's it. And get a nice hot fire going. You don't have to, you can have a cold pot on there initially. This takes the same amount of time, and it shouldn't put out the fire. Okay, 3 minutes and 40 seconds.